Welcome to another day here on the pixelborn Lorcana client, guys. Today, we're going to be playing a deck by Brenton Butler, and it's called Beat My Pete. An obvious reference to Pete, bad guy. Do you want to win another raffle entry chance for the booster box? Well, stick around. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to look for the answers in the comments down below. That question's going to come at a random time in the video, so you have to watch to find it. I have a few questions for you, Brenton. Where's Panic? Panic pairs with Pain so well. To activate his ability, also works on Pete Bad Guy. I feel like he needs to be in the deck right away. Also, we have two characters that care about having their attacks grown. Why is there only one support character? We're running some just-in-times. I imagine this is to get out our Palace Horse as quickly as possible, and or Pete. Another questionable card is World's Greatest Criminal Mind. 2 copies. I think I can agree with that. But honestly, I'd probably take these out. I got Gaston for Singer 5, which I don't quite understand either, because our songs are so cheap. I would definitely make some changes, but that's not what we're here to do. We are here to play your guys' decks to see how they stack up, how fun they are. That's the big thing for me, if they're fun. Let's take it out and see if we can't win a few. Go in second. Don't have my support character. I can rush out a Pete, though. Don't need 2 of these. And I can heal the Pete. And I got a bodyguard. Ooh, Queen. That's who you want to see with a Pete. Can I get Little Queen, though? And support. Mulan's going to help. +2 to Pete's not the biggest thing. It does need +4 to be effective. But it does mean I can have a Mulan and a single action to get Pete there. I really want to get the Queen down. I think that's the ideal opening hand, is you want to have a turn 2 Queen commanding presence into a turn 3 just-in-time Pete. So it's not impossible. I can still top deck Little Queen. Is Little Queen even in this deck? Surely, yeah, it's in this deck. For a moment there, I was going a little crazy. Alright, opponent's got Little Queen. I don't need 2 Rapunzels. And I have no further plays this turn. Dang. Little Queen would have been insane. Lantern into Stitch. No Stitch, huh? Okay. I really want to keep all my cards. What I like is an action affects both of these guys. Support does not. But I do like the quest for 2. I think I'm just gonna get a Simba down. Not in bodyguard. Don't know what shenanigans my opponent's gonna have, but not gonna bodyguard that. There goes a rock star. Opponent likely has the whole new world. Oh, we got Rockstar in our deck. Interesting. I mean, do I get Pete down? Well, we didn't come here to fool around, did we? Alright, if they got Big Queen, I don't want to be questing with Simba yet. Rather take down the Simba and draw 2 cards. What I like is Pete can't be targeted by Queen's ability. Big Queen's ability. Alright, playing something for 5. We're just gonna slam down a Big Queen. Ratigan. Yeah, you can't target Pete. I don't know what his ability is, but you can't target Pete. Exert. Chose opposing character with 3 or less. Choose one of your characters. Ready them. I can't cast. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Sure. I mean, I draw a couple cards. Opponent's not running steel. This is so there's gonna be no wheels. I need some power to just annihilate them. I think Pete takes down Simba. Simba takes down the Queen. Rapunzel heals Pete. Am I gonna actually get here? Don't know. Would have been nice to have both Queens alongside both Petes. That's a lot of Petes. Maui. It's okay, I have a lot of Pete's. Do I want both Pete's? Maybe. So I could sneak out the Pete. I need to be able to play both of these on the same turn. That's the issue. Because no matter which order you play them in, there's a delay. And they're running Radigan. Well, they can't target Pete. They also can't target Queen because the power's too big. So Radigan doesn't actually work against either of these. Either way, I'm just in timing something. Do I do this first? Maybe it's this and a Mulan. Because if I can get Little Queen, maybe. There's Little Queen. Let's see, I can't get Little Queen down and Mulan. It's one or the other. If I do Little Queen, I could get them both out on the same turn. It's still delayed a turn. I'm not doing it this turn. I'm doing it next turn, and then I have to wait a turn. So no matter how fast I try to go with it, it's always the same delay. I don't know which one I want to do. Well, we committed to the Queen, so I guess we're going to do the Queen. Now I can shift out the Queen, who will be active, but Pete won't be active. That's the problem. Problem is I'm going to just lose my Queen now to Radigan. Or Maui. This combo doesn't actually want to attack. That's why I don't like these guys, because they care about having their power built up and then not doing anything with it. They're very non-bows with their non-combos with their own selves, which is the weirdest thing. Their two abilities don't work together. Good quest for 6 next turn, but I'm effectively got nothing right now. Force Maui to attack. Or I could do the trade. Take down the Radigan and then... I mean, I guess Maui takes down Rapunzel. But if they leave my Queen alive, that's not great for them. No power for you. All the power for you. Something tells me my opponent will not go for the Rapunzel. I think they'll go for the Queen. Which is fine. Then it's a trade. I think I'm happy with the trade, honestly. What a weird deck so far. Doesn't work with itself. Simba's interesting. I mean, I just play both out. I mean, what do I got going for me? Alright, and then Pete will trade with Lady Tremaine. Of course they have another one. Alright, so I have to keep all 3 of my characters to be able to successfully take down the Lady Tremaine. And I'm about to lose one. So I suppose I get rid of Mulan, because I could get an action, which will power up Pete. Of course, if Lady Tremaine attacks Simba, which it won't. That support is good. Oh, if only I could have got him out too. That's a +4 to Pete. That's exactly what he needs. So I'll be questing for 5, 6. The opponent gets to go up to 15 first. I mean, it's just not good enough. I have to trade my board away here just to slow him down. Yeah, it's just not good enough. It's too slow. Okay, so I think the opening hand is incredibly critical. This is going to be one of those decks where if your opening hand is missing one piece and you don't draw it the first turn, quit. Go to the next game. You just lost. I think that's exactly what this deck is. Not going to get there. I'm teetering on the concede button right now because I want to see what my top card is, but I think that's the end of the game. I think we've lost. I mean, all these guys quest for so much, and I just can't do anything about it. Yeah, okay. There's so many cards in this deck that don't make sense. It's so weird. Go on first against Harry. Alright, well, I got the queen. I don't have anything else I need for the combo. There's the... just in time, there's little queen. Okay, all I'm missing is Pete. Alright, let's hide my other color. Alright, if I get top deck a Pete, I mean, I got my turn 2. Nope, I don't got my turn 2. Alright, I think we just lost the game. I think this deck cares too much about trying to do the Pete thing. And I think that literally just cost us the game right there. Is this a weird, weirdo deck that really just needs to, like, have everything go exactly right? What an interesting challenge. I don't know how we do anything about it. Let's see. Okay, well, let's give up. We're gonna give up queen then. I think I'm gonna try to go for these pawns and protect him with my Maximus. Give up these queens. Get a Hans down, pass the turn. I mean, at this rate, I'm not even playing for the Pete. I'm playing an aggro deck. I'm trying to be as aggro as possible right here. Set up 2 Hans and then protect him with Maximus and hope that we can get just enough value out of them to cinch this game. Pass turn. Detective Mickey on the ramp. Play you in a bodyguard. And because I can. Alright, does opponent want to throw their entire board at Maximus? Well, everything but the Mickey Mouse, I suppose. We're gonna see a swords. We are going to see a swords. Then that means Prince Eric trades, Benja trades, Mickey Mouse trades. So the whole board trades, opponents up 3 cards, and I don't know what we draw. I think the game just ended, for sure. We did our best. Nope, that's not going to do it. This game's over. Oh man, this is going to be a bad day. I have none of the pieces for anything that we want to do. I've got Little Queen. I got Big Queen. I got Pete. And I just need the just in time. Going second against Steel. Alright, our characters definitely don't survive. This is gonna be a tough one. So Queen needs to survive. Big Queen needs to survive. And I also need to get... It's not gonna do it. Could just go the Stitch route too. Have to get the just in time to pull this off. I mean, I'm on a turn 3 Rockstar Stitch. That's not exactly the easiest thing to pull off, but hey, we might just get there. Let's see how much removal my opponent has. I'm playing Steel, so... Opponent's ramping hard. They're gonna hit me with Whole New World. Calling it now. Alright, opponent inks as much as they can, so that's 2 cards. Play a Whole New World, so they just lose a single card. They could even possibly play something for 2 or less, get their entire hand played out. Now I'm gonna go Big Tink. That'll give me an opportunity. That last card, we know what that last card is. I can't play everything, can I? ink a queen, because I'm definitely not going to get 2 of them down. This costs 2, and I effectively have 5, so I can't play both. If they have a swords, I'm not going to be terribly happy either. Let's start with Simba. Play him in normal mode, and then we'll let Stitch do his thing. I could draw another card here. I think I will. And then we will shift you out. Now, here's the issue. If they have the whole new world, they can get there. They'll likely get a grab your swords. That'll take out my queen. That'll take out my way of taking down Tinkerbell. If they just have grab your swords, it's not nearly as bad. I mean, it's still destructive for my board, but it means they don't have a full hand. Alright, I think we do it this way, because it's also possible opponent doesn't have either card. Big Tinkerbell, okay. Takes out Simba. They're probably going to want to take down the queen. Yep. Dang, dang, double dang. Let's see. Effectively a 5. Go down to 3, up to 4. That's how this works. Takes that down to 2. Yeah, okay. Math on this one is hard. I don't like lantern math. Just in time is nice too. I mean, if I just quest here, what's happening? Big Tink attacks Stitch. That's only on 3 damage. Takes out other Stitch. Or does 2 damage to Rapunzel, and then Big Rapunzel takes out this one. Both only at 3 damage. I can't afford to quest. Can't afford to quest. It's really unfortunate because opponent probably has a ton of ways to just deal damage, so sitting and doing nothing is really bad for us. Oh, especially with that beast out. Pop in the popsicle to heal the Tinkerbell. Now they just have a full board. One more ink and I could have played both Pete's. I mean, I have to just throw both Stitches at Tinkerbell. And then what does that accomplish? Nothing? I think we're just losing this game. Right, we're going to play a Pete. And then I'll save the just in time because it'll pump up the Pete next turn. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do. So let's quest for as much as I can. Put my opponent on the offensive. That way they're not questing. It's a bad game plan. It's a great way to lose. So the only thing they immediately defeat is Stitch, which does 2 damage to Big Stitch. Then the other Tink takes it down, does 2 damage to Rapunzel. Then they keep both their Tinks. And if they want, they could have Beast attack Rapunzel like that, yeah. So they could effectively take out my whole board here. Yep. Can't quite play both, can I? Even if I had both Pete's down, and I had one turn where I could get them both to quest for 4, that's only 8. I need 19. That gets me to 19. I need 1 more point. So then I also need to play this Gaston here, but I can't afford it. I'm only at 7. Last turn. Gotta play for my outs. Pete is the only way we're gonna get out of this. We need to get out like right now. I don't think it's enough. Opponent already has enough for victory. So I can bump them up to 5 power. So it's only doing 4 damage. So I could take out both the Tinkerbells. But then I lose both my Petes in response. Then they quest for 5. It's just not there. Alright, activate both of them, but it's not going to be enough. Thanks to the Cogsworth. I mean, the resist actually didn't do much here. I would have to power them up anyway to defeat both of them. I suppose I only needed to defeat one, technically. That'd leave me with a Pete. I could have quested with, so I'd be at 12. And maybe they would be attacking that Pete. Or I'd be at 13, rather. Maybe I should have done that. 13 brings up to 16, 17. Not quite enough. 19 if the Pete survived. Okay, so it wasn't going to win either way. Let's see. I'd have to send both my characters at Cogsworth. And then he still quests for 4 and wins. Okay. Nothing I can do. Definitely lost. Just took a little longer to get there this time. Now opponent quests for 4 and the game is over. Good job, opponent. Going second. I really want to make good videos for you guys, but it means I have to make a new, different deck every day or play different decks every day. And so it's inevitable. We're going to get in these ruts where I just lose a ton of games. Because there's just not enough cards in the game right now for them to be good. I'm not about to just play the same decks over and over again. That's going to get real boring. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. So close, I just can't get all the pieces together. I'm missing a just in time for Pete. I don't need another Pete. I need a just in time. Anything, opponent? Come on. Now I get it. Turn 1 and turn 2 are some of the hardest turns for me too. Which ones do you play and which ones are ink? It's not like Magic where you're like, oh, those are lands. They're always lands every single time. This game isn't like that. We saw they had the Fox, but they don't have enough to get it out and attack this turn. So we're gonna get my lure while I can. Minnie Mouse. Well, I can't attack the Minnie Mouse, which is fine, because Pete actually... We're trying to quest with him, even though his ability clearly is basically like, hey, I need to attack. So yeah, ink up to 3, so I could get a Lantern and a Simba down here. And just in case, because I know they have the Fox, we will go Bodyguard here, so it's safe to quest. And I don't care about your ability right now, Queen. Wish it was it's not a May, is it? Chosen character, yeah. It's just annoying to have to choose that one when you're like, yeah, I'm not even using it. I don't want to make choices. Alright, draw some cards. Did they play the Fox here and take out the Simba? They sure do. Such predictable. It's because there's too few cards in the game. That's all it is. It's just a waiting game. We just gotta wait. Is it February or is it March? Where we get new cards? I think it's February. We just have to be patient, and I'm a very impatient person. For the first time, I have Pete and the Queen together in a situation where they might actually do the thing. The issue is, we will get absolutely obliterated in the crackback. An opponent doesn't want a quest either, because queen is devastating. A bodyguard off the top would be sweet. They are going to quest, which means they're likely going to bounce it with snake. Or it's a bait. Queen works with pain too. Question is, do I want to take out this Madam Mim? I mean, we're probably going to see a Maui, and then we're leading into the board wipe. And if I go for the heavy quest, then we see the Maui and the Mim, and then they take out both my characters, and then they save their board wipe. So I have to take out the Madam Mim to get the Maui down, which will still make the opponents likely use their board wipe. No power for you, all the power for you. I know you could just quest for 4 right now, but I gotta play around the Maui and the board wipe. I don't want my opponent to get too much advantage, right? Because if they're able to use their Fox and their Maui to take out my board, they don't need to use their board wipe. So when if I eventually recover, then board wipe just takes me out of the game entirely. However, if I play like this, now they feel inclined to play the Maui to try to stop me from gaining a ton of lore before the board wipe. Lady Tremaine. Okay, I'm not scared of Lady Tremaine. I'll actually give up the pain here, because I'm going to use the queen to beef up Pete. Actually, Lady Tremaine's probably one of the better things we could have hoped to have seen right there. May as well play it. There's nothing in my hand. Bump up the Pete. Quest for 4. Quest for 3. Alright, now we see the board wipe from my opponent. Let's hope it's good enough. Let's hope 15 is good enough. I would love to get 1 win out of today. Especially against Ruby Amethyst. There's the board wipe. Alright, 15-7 as predicted. Let's hope it's good enough. I mean, I may as well use them. Opponent's probably rocking Lady Tremaine's and Maui's. So it's going to take us a few turns before we get a character to actually stick to the board, most likely. But considering how low my reservoir is on resources, can't really afford to just hold on to cards, especially when I draw a 5-drop like that. Now, if I would have drawn a 2-drop, maybe I could have held on to it. This is good for me so far. I'm gonna get 2 points out of it. Jump up to 17. A bodyguard off the top of Maximus would be sweet too, because then I can protect the queen. Well, it's not a bodyguard. Oh, see, that's tough. I quest for 2 right now. I definitely go into 17. If I just play this and I wait, I have the promise of getting to 19. But I'm setting myself up to just be hit with a board wipe, and then I've gained nothing. So I'm gambling here a little bit. Either gain nothing or gain 4. Gains +2. That's actually victory. They have to take me out. Gain 5. Quest, board wipe. Or Lady Tremaine. Snake. Bounce Merlin. Wait a minute. Blaze Merlin. Uh-oh, are we gonna get there? Maybe opponent doesn't see the Queen Pain combo. I don't know what they got 2 left. What could they have for 2? Nothing. Oh, I gotta go for it. No power for you. All power for you. Quest for 3. Whoa! Woo! That's all I ever wanted with this deck. I just wanted to win 1. We did it. Alright, I can't take any more punishment. I've definitely shown these out of order because statistically showing a first game victory on YouTube does better. And I like it when my videos do well. That's my favorite part. I like playing the game. I love Lorcana, but I've been doing YouTube for 9 years now. So 2 years on my first channel, 7 years, I believe, on this one. I think we just came across the 7 years. Yeah, I love my YouTube and I want it to do well, so I definitely would change the order of them on this, but I can't take any more punishment. It's funny because I did say at the beginning, there's some weird cards in here, and I'm not sure why they would go for that. Why isn't Panic in here? Because Panic works well with both Peach and Pain. Why aren't there more support cards to support these if that's what you really want to do? I mean, we got... Maximus is fantastic. Problem is things are expensive. I don't even know why Rockstar's in here. Or Little Stitch. They don't really help the game plan much, if at all. Just maybe some card draw in it? Maybe? Sometimes? Yeah, a lot of strange things. There's going to be links in the description down below for the Patreon, if you want to be 2 videos ahead of everyone else, the Discord, and there's the other the deck list, of course. Completely blanking on it. And I did it again. Am I doing it on purpose or am I forgetting? But the question of today for the comments, let's just keep it in theme. Let's just keep doing it, right? Pain and Panic. Should Panic have been in here with Pain? Yes or no? That's what I want to know. Don't just say yes or no. Actually answer the question. Panic should have been in the deck, or Panic, no, he doesn't need to be in the deck. And then for the DMs, I want you to do the same thing. I'm going to have you answer this following question. Do you think that Pete is a good card, considering his abilities, his 2 different abilities? Whenever you play an action, this character gets +2 attack. Okay, so he's a character who cares about attacking. And then you think about his second ability. While his character has 7 or more attack, he quests for more. With very few exceptions, with like LeFou, you're not going to be questing and then attacking. So, do you think Pete's a good card considering his abilities don't work together except under very specific situations? That's it. That's the direct message question. Is Pete a good card considering his abilities? That's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Like I said, I've done YouTube for 7 years now. 9 if you count my first channel. And this is the first content I've ever put out that has been received well. Did Minecraft for a very, very long time. Like the first 8.5 years. 7.5 years. I took a year break there. And it was okay. Right? Some of my videos did outstandingly well, but it's like 1 out of 400 videos did really well. And the rest did very mediocre, which is sad. So this is the first thing that's ever done really well. So it means the world to me that you guys are coming and watching every day. It's really cool to see. It is literally like a light switch. It's night and day difference to see the channel moving the way it is. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.